Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Cities Skylines. Today we are going to be building an airport for the city. I've been meaning to do this for a little while. I mentioned it a couple of times in previous episodes. We have a cargo airport, but we don't have a passenger airport anywhere. So I thought we'd do it up here. I was kind of tossing up between two locations, either closer to the cargo airport, sort of more in the downtown area, or up here a little bit further down the valley, which I thought would be better. Number one, because we have more room and we already have a highway here, so I didn't have to figure out how to get the highway to the other airport down the bottom. And also because I thought it'd be really great if we have the runway like pointing right towards the suburbs and have the flight path right there. So that's great. That's exactly what I did. So I decided to just do a little interchange, basically coming straight off of the highway right here, goes across the river, and then joins up to where the airport's going to be in just a little time. And then we sort of develop the area a little bit, bring it to life. And this entire time, we are still in the process of losing money. It's obviously because of all our industry, our sort of industry areas. We're not balancing them very well. We're spending a lot more than we're making. Like, they occasionally make money, and we sort of bounce back and forth between actually having a profit and not. So that's something we're going to have a look at this part. Well, actually, there's also still insane amounts of not industrial, what am I saying? Insane amounts of residential demand. Like, I keep fulfilling it, and then obviously what's happening is they keep taking the jobs that are available. Then immediately there's more demand because then there's still jobs available. So it's just a constant back and forth. So at the moment we're kind of just zoning a lot of residential, and I think we'll keep doing that this part, along with maybe having a look at some of the industrial areas. Obviously, also, yeah, I didn't even mention, the time lapse goes to about 14 minutes 45-ish. If you want to skip it, you can go there. So when we get to the episode, we'll probably do some more zoning, a little bit more roads here and there, but yeah, this is where the airport is going to be going. You can see it's sort of right by the river. I was trying to point the runway right over all the suburbs. I figured it was going to be better to just put this on the other side of the road because I didn't really want the runway right on the river or poking into it or anything, so yeah. And then I built up the area around the airport because obviously I want people to live around the airport too. This is not supposed to be out in the middle of nowhere, and it needs to be really just not good is what it needs to be. And that's what I really love about this series. Like, I'm doing like all this really stupid stuff. Like, it's all like really crap. Half of it, like, it looks bad I guess in a good way. Like, it's not like just lazy building a city skyline's bad. Like, that's a different thing. But it's like, it's almost like not a lot of care is put into like, does this look good from a citizen's perspective? No, don't care about that. Who cares? Whatever. Just as long as it's functional and it's in the way, then we've won. That's what the city's all about. It's all about doing that kind of stuff. And I guess because this city is obviously about industry and all that, we really should be turning a profit. Like, we are just not. So that's why I also want to try and focus on that to make sure we can get that all up and running. Now we have this bridge that goes over the river. So obviously I had to get all these like bridges that sort of go up toward it as well. And we had to do some interesting little spiral roads and all that to get it to work. I was kind of worried that a lot of people would use this as an interchange just for the area in general, because obviously this connects directly to the highway, so anyone wanting to come off of the highway or join the highway to get to the residential area could indeed use this. It does, but the thing is it forces them all to go past the airport, and I was like, oh, that could be bad. But at the same time, almost no one used it, so I was like, it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. So I was just like, yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, so we do this like little circular loop-de-loop road, kind of similar to the other airport, actually. We had a road just like this. So I was like, you know what? It's kind of like the other airport in that sense. So I didn't mind that. And it's just interesting. And it looks really like... it's just like there's no regard for the nature of the area. Like, there's a river that river is still pristine, by the way. We're going to have to dump some poo in it soon. It's like this beautiful pristine river, and we just put this big blocky bridge over it with all these like ramps going up to it, and then we're just covering this riverbank with roads and all that. Like, it's just like whatever. It's like, we're putting roads that we need roads, we're gonna put them there. There's no regard for anything. Yeah, so I actually I did those two roads together because obviously I was like, if you're leaving from the airport and you want to go back the other way, or you need to loop back around, I just added a road so you could loop back around again. So that's why there's that sort of outer one. And then other than that, there's a one-way system all the way around the airport back up to the main road. And then I decided to put a fence around it because I felt like, I don't know, it would probably make sense. So we just sort of did a simple fence. I did mostly a sound barrier fence all the way around. And then at the ends of the runway, I did sort of like more of a chain link fence because I figured like, if you have huge jet engines blowing through there, unless you had some proper management of the fencing, which we don't, It's sort of a fence with holes in it would probably be better. Because normally they have, I don't know what it's called. Normally they have those like sort of angled panels that are like, that sort of diffuse the air coming out of the back of jet engines. I have no idea what they're called. Obviously, some of you guys might, because there's a lot of like airplane experts. Every time I do like airports and all that, like people are like, there's always the comments like, that's wrong, that's not accurate, that's not realistic. I mean, of course it's not. I mean, for me, as long as it functions in city skylines, I'm happy. And as long as I think it like looks visually good, I'm okay with it. I don't care about it being realistic. I mean, these airports are the furthest thing from realistic ever. The way they take off and land is crazy. Like one plane is still taxiing on the runway and another one's like taking off right behind it. It's like, what are you doing? Anyway, I am putting this... So I thought we need like mass transit to the area. We need to connect it to the rest of the city. So actually using the train line that we sort of developed a little bit last episode, and we're putting it over the other side of the airport here. And I thought it'd actually be good to just connect it with pedestrian tunnels, because that's kind of how it is here in Sydney. Although in Sydney, the train station is actually underground. But obviously, I don't have any custom underground train station assets here. So we put the train station above ground and then just did a pedestrian tunnel over to the terminal, because that's kind of how it is here. There's like a train station in between. Actually, there's a train station at our international terminal and our domestic one. And then it's obviously just have pedestrian tunnels that sort of connect the terminals together. And so that's kind of what I did. Like, it's across the road. And actually, a lot of people do use it. There's a lot of people using that tunnel. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. And then I added in these sort of like natural disasters or whatever. Was that what that pack was called? Natural disasters? I don't even know. Anyway, they had like those warning systems and that, so I was like, those kind of look like airport radar or something, so I was like, I just put those in there. I figured they were pretty good, and then like I said, I got to extend the train line through here. Oh, you're glad that you don't have to watch this real time, because I mean, you already have. You've watched some train work before real time. It is certainly tedious in trying to do these tunnels and because I want them to be like really neat and really like, beautifully going through the hillside. Like we could just do it really quick, really sloppy, but I was like, I want it to look nice. I want it to work. And I came out there and I was like, oh, that's good. And then I was like, oh wait, no, that corner is going to be way too sharp. So I was like, I have to take it back a little bit further, get it to work. And then the tunnel was too short, and I'm like, oh my god. It's working with trains is a bit of a nightmare. But when you get it working in the end, it's pretty good. Now we still only actually have one train running on this entire train line. And I think it's fine, because I looked at them, because the train holds 880 people. And none of those stops ever exceed that amount. They maybe have like 100 and something, maybe even 200. There's just not a lot of people using the train, which is fine. Like, I don't mind that, but it does provide a nice connection for the airport. Now, obviously, it would make sense to run the subway here, but we're not going to be doing that because we've got the train line there, and the city is not about being, good serving to the citizens. I don't know, it was a terrible sentence. The city's not about being convenient. It's basically, that's probably a better way to put it. The city's not about convenience. In fact, a lot of the stuff we built is actually kind of inconvenient. Like, I mean, building that expressway over everyone's houses, which, by the way, is not even used that much, so at the end of the day, it was probably pointless. And then like the subway that sort of just veers off and goes to the other side. We'll continue the train line up this side, and then the subway can be on the other side. But I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's so stupid. And I thought I'd just put a bunch of little shops along here. I was like, maybe this could just be like a little office, a shopping district kind of area just opposite the terminal. I was like, I don't know. It's something. It's something. And then making sure everything's just piped in. And then I sort of go through this area. And like I said, we developed this area a little bit, get some residential through here. And also, so we kind of just fill in this area just before the airport. We haven't got to the other side of the airport yet. But I was kind of just trying to make all these power lines go away. Also, someone suggested it's like you can use the tsunami warning, like boot. Oh my god! Did you hear that? It's like, so it's really, really windy today. Like really windy. So there's actually a dust storm rolling through Sydney today, and that's something that's really, really uncommon. Like really uncommon. The last one, or at least the last one that was actually of note, was in 2009. If you Google search, if you don't know about this, Google search Sydney 2009 dust storm and prepare to be amazed at how it looks really cool. It looks really cool. Anyway, today there's a dust storm as well. It's super windy. The dust storm's not nearly as bad as that one, but it's like really windy. So if you hear like a in the background, that's what that is. Or like a little clanging of doors. Yeah. That's what it is. Anyway, yeah, someone suggested using like the tsunami warning buoys to carry power across the river. That didn't work. That doesn't have any, it doesn't require power or transmit power. So I was like, oh, because that's a good idea, but whatever. And then someone else actually suggested just use more power lines. Use more power lines going across the river because it looks so bad. Which, makes sense. Now, I did actually do a separate district over the airport because I was going to set it as an old town policy to basically not allow vehicles to pass through unless they're going to the airport or a business there. However, I was like, there's almost no one going through this district anyway. It's not really an issue, so I won't bother doing that now. But if we ever need to in the future, we will. Now, obviously, we have this big main road next to the airport, and I was like, I really want to populate this. I think it should have a bunch of buildings along here. It should be a pretty busy area. So I was basically just going through all these buildings, choosing a size that works. Oh, by the way, so last episode, we discovered basically every building in the city had the historical check mark on now. That's actually part of Plot the Growables, and it's an option in the game. Like, if you go into the options, you can turn on make all buildings historical or not. Turning it off doesn't reset the status to what they were, so now all my buildings are just historical, which is not really a problem because I actually don't care because we kind of want all our buildings to be crappy and not change. So that's fine. But just as a heads up, because I think someone mentioned before that like they thought it was a bug with the mod. It's not. It's part of it. It's just a new feature. So just as a heads up in case you want to know. But I turned that off because I was like, if we ever want to upgrade, I don't know if we can upgrade the whole district now or not. Not that I know. Not that I think we'll be doing that. Oh, I guess when we do like the Beverly Hills area. Well, it's not even Beverly Hills area, but the Hills area. I'm sort of building towards that. You'll see in a second that we move over to the sort of, I guess, south side of the main river. It's not south. I'm just going to call it south. I don't know what direction it is. But I guess we could probably work it out if we looked at the shadows and all that, but whatever. But whatever. It doesn't matter. You'll see in a bit. Like, I'll talk about it when we get there. So over here, we got this sort of 3-tile space. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put some larger houses here. Some of these houses look decent, but like decently nice-ish. But I figure with context and the area that they're in, they probably wouldn't be nice. So that's all that mattered. We don't want like fancy-looking homes there. I don't think they look particularly fancy. This is like larger than some of the other houses. So I figured that was okay. And you can see right now, we still have this huge residential demand. That's something that I was telling you about. Like, we just constantly need more people. Like, there's a lot of lack of workers in the city. So yeah, here's what I was talking about. We're sort of moving down this side of the city again and building out some more grids. And we're going pretty heavy on the grids through here because I think this is a grid section. It's going to be a grid city. I'm not too worried about it being super unique or anything like that. Obviously, we're not doing straight up grid for grid. Like, we're doing the sort of angled grids, slightly varying, all that kind of stuff. So they're still going to look interesting, but it's going to be very much just like grid zone, like that kind of stuff through here, which I think is fine. I think we've kind of decided at this point, and I think all of you are pretty much in agreement with the idea that this will be a shorter series and then we'll move on to something else. So I think I'm not too worried about just like gridding out this area. I sort of started doing it. I was going to do a lot more, but then I figured the time lapse was already getting kind of long, so we should probably jump into the episode normally rather than continuing to do more time lapse. But the next one, we could always just do more grids and sort of build it out that way. I even did some high density zoning through there just because I was like, we really need more people in the city. We need more residents, especially because we keep jumping around earning money and like absolutely operating at a loss in the city. Like we need more citizens. We need a more consistent amount of residents. So I was like, let's just start building grids. This is what I'm doing. You can see sort of building out this entire area. Also, it looked kind of weird because we just had grids that just stopped. So I figured we probably should build out this area more anyway. I'm thinking we might need to get the highway through to this area. Like, we have that expressway that sort of feeds to this area, but not a huge amount. So we're probably going to need to do an actual highway connection, which I think we can do, but we'll look into that soon. Like, we're not going to worry about that right now. You can see I've just sort of zoned up this area, then it sort of just develops a little bit. That's kind of pretty much all we've done here for the time lapse. So we're going to jump into the episode. We'll have a look at some of the industry, particularly the ore industry. That seems to be having the biggest issue, I think. And we'll see if we can start earning more consistent money because that's kind of struggling a little bit at the moment. Oh yeah, I also just added a few more subway trains to the pink line because we extended it and it was also pretty damn busy. But yeah, that's it for the time lapse. We're going to jump into the game and start playing. So, just in case you skipped the time lapse, because people like to see what we did, I built out some grid area here. We needed a lot more residents, so I built out this area a lot more. I really hate these buildings because it's all like the same building. It looks terrible, so I want to change that. But anyway, we also built out the airport up this way, which has a new highway connection here. The bridge is across. We've got the airport up and running. New train station. Wow, this is a busy train line. I guess because it's right by the airport. We are going to need... This is the first time we've ever needed to add a train to this line. Because we've only had one train for the longest time. Because if you look at it, all the other stops are pretty empty. Yeah, this airport stop is the most busy one. That's it. So I'm going to add another train. We'll add 2 trains. That should be enough. Just to sort of be a little bit more frequent. Yeah, that should be okay. Because there's basically, like I said in the time-lapse, it actually works really, really well. And I think we'll see it now. There's probably a bunch of people coming. 165 people are going to get off, walk through the pedestrian tunnel. Just got underground here. So you can see this. I really like it. It's awesome. So all these people are going to come out. They're going to cross the road. They go here. They're like, oh, let's go to the airport. It's cool. I guess not all of them. A lot of them are, though. So it is actually... Oh, look at this. A plane just got off. A bunch of people walking through. Like, I'm pretty happy with that. That actually worked out. That worked out way better than I thought it was going to. So I was quite happy with that. All right. So I did say that I want to work some more in the industry. Actually, we got so much residential demand. We just need a zone. Like, it's actually... It's actually a problem. It's actually a problem how much demand that we have. Now, here's the other thing. I've built this area up as high density. There's going to be a lot of... We're going to generate a lot of traffic for this area. I've built this really tacky bridge, which I'm really not happy with, but it's there because we needed access. We didn't have much room. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. Like, it's steep, but it's not like... I don't think it's unrealistically steep. It's like you'd have to maybe floor some old cars to get up there, but you could do it. But obviously, we don't want that to be the main road to the area. And now I'm just trying to figure out, because we've got this cargo train line here. Do we really want to stop the train line here before? Like, we got the exchange right there. This train should really just go over there. So I think we need to take this over that way. We also probably want to have a bypass track then. Because otherwise, it's like, what is going on here? It's a very strange setup. Also, there's a lot of people just going this way. We probably should... Most people... Oh, actually, there's... Oh, I don't know. We need a... This is not good. We need to do something about that. Now, I guess what I'm going to have to do here... We're going to go through this area. Hang on. I'll remove all these guys because I'm sorry. I need to branch off here. Get a rail through here. I'll try not to spend too long on like the rail here because doing train stuff usually gets boring pretty quick. Even for me. Like, I feel like it's more therapeutic if you're the one doing it. So like for me building it is a little bit therapeutic, but because it's just like, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to put a rail here now. Then we're going to do a little bit of this. You know, it's just not great. I don't think that's great content. Maybe it is for you. I don't know. For me, I don't mind it because I'm the one doing it, but that's not great for... We need to do something about that. I'll sort that out. Not right now. I'll sort that out, but not right now. Okay, so this is going to come up this way. This can actually pretty much just keep going straight along. And we get a straight slope to there. Then hopefully, if we just do normal, is it going to let me just do a perfect tunnel through there? That's actually not bad. I'm happy with that for now. If I need to change it, I'll change it later. Now, the way I'm going to join this is probably going to be a little bit interesting. I'm not quite sure. I guess we have to join here. Maybe have a bridge over the rest of the... you know what? Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's just elevate this. Bring it to... I guess to here. How high is that? I don't know. We'll do that and then I guess we'll move it up to that same height. So this is going to be to there. Okay. I think this is all the same height, sort of rolling all the way through here, to be perfectly honest. I think we built it pretty level. Well, I lied. Never mind. Look, it's pretty level. It's not quite, though. So we'll put that there. This one's interesting. Okay, so then what we want to do, we're going to get this rail coming along. I don't know why that's floating now, so let's do that. Put it on the ground. This is going to go here. We'll just run it behind the road to here. Oh, if we go up here before that road, that means we could keep that as a... Oh, my God. So it's super windy today. If you skip the time lapse, you would have missed me explaining that. Wow, that's way too steep. You would have missed me explaining how windy it is today. So if you hear like gusts and weird sounds in the background, it's going to be that. If I randomly go offline during the video somehow, and I would for some reason leave it in the edit, if I just cut out, something's gone horribly wrong. Please send help. But other than that, we should be okay. I don't know why. I don't know why that would happen, but that'd be pretty funny. Okay, so this is gonna go here. That should be okay. I don't think it'll be too sharp. I mean, maybe going the other way might be. It's a pretty sharp curve, but yeah, it's probably okay. It's like, again, I said before, it's like I'm not too worried if it's not super realistic as long as it works and looks decent. Like I think that looks decent. I mean, maybe that curve's not the best, but it's not bad. So you know what? Like I'm okay with it. All right, I'm gonna bring this maybe to that height. Oh, that is that high. Why does it look like it's going down? Maybe it's just because that rail there curves. All right, that's okay. So that goes there. I might actually even... I'll keep that there, because then we can keep the main road going here. Because we might even have the main road go up here, and then it could go do a tunnel and sort of appear up in here in the hills or something. I don't know. So I'll keep it elevated through there. But I'm thinking we go from maybe about here. Yeah, because we could probably get from there. Let's go back from, yeah, there. All the way along. There's going to be a straight slope. So nice, really gentle ascent, I guess, slash descent to that. Then we're going to do this, join that up. Okay, so that now provides a connection for people to send their goods here, send them here, then they can export it through that rail. So there's a way that they could just send the train this way. I think this also joins up from, yeah, joins up from the city here as well. Look, it's just another connection. It's a connection that makes sense. And then this should also go here, and then I'll join it back into the rail on there. There you go, so it's like a little bypass track, which is good. Alright, this bridge is atrocious. Like, that is so bad. I guess what we can do instead of that, because we just can't do that. I'm sorry, I'm not happy with that. That's not happening. We're going to have to do something like this, kind of like what we did in the cargo area by the cargo airport. So we just have it go around the corner a little bit, then it will come up, so we get a further distance, then we come across, then we come down. No. Okay, stop. Go there, and then just go there. Is that going to be too steep, though? Oh, actually, that's not too bad. I mean, it's about the same on both sides, so that's okay. That should probably be on the ground, though, I'm going to go ahead and say. It's a little too close. If we just adjust this a smidge, that should be okay. Hey, there we go. So just go up like that, come across, and obviously get rid of these buildings. Yes, they're historical buildings, I know, blah, 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 go away. Thank you. I guess we'll probably just de-zone that. We can put something else there, maybe. We'll figure that out. Alright, well, I think that's just nicer. You know what? I'm going to make this elevated here, too, because otherwise it looks kind of weird. Yeah, so it's just like a continuous road. There you go. So we're going to do that. That's going to be what it is, at least for now. Oh, there's no pillar there? Why would you do this to me? Come on, mate. Oh, hang on. There we go. There we go. Put that there. That's better. Right, so that's what it is. Now, we obviously... Oh, hello. Yes, I do want to destroy that building that's in the middle of the road. Now, we can also probably... These are interesting roads. Well, I'm not quite sure why I did this. Maybe I didn't think this area was going to be that busy. So these two can queue across that intersection. There's no reason not to. Okay. Yeah, so at the moment, this is obviously like from this area. People might come across this road, then use this to get across. We probably want a more main route. Probably not here, though, because this is already busy. Okay, so obviously we have a good road there. We have one back over here. And then we have the main bridge. But this is a very populous area, so we're going to need a populous bridge. I guess we can just do it here, to be honest. Like I think we've got room, so... Okay, snapping back on, please, would be ideal. So we can go here, and then... we go up and over. Hang on. Like so, and then one kind of parallel to the rail. Wow. Okay, this is real thick with double C's. This elevated bridge section is so thick, so it needs to be that high just to get over the rail. Which I guess is like that's. I mean, that's not too bad. It's not ideal though, is it? What if I make this bit elevated, and we can start sort of. It's not going to work really if it's not curved. Like that. Because we want it to continue the slope. Doesn't seem like it's going to do a very good job of that, does it? Okay, what about this? Get rid of that bit. Let's build Straight along to that. Now, delete that because we're going to have to just reinstate this section. So remember that time when I said we're going to work on the industry section? Remember that? You guys remember that? I was like, yeah, we're gonna do that. Hey, we might do. All right, we might do. Okay, that's better. Now if I just move, hang on, no, if I move this straight across the other side, move this to as close to the rail as we can get, then we select this one. We put them both at that height, which is that high enough? I can't really, it's really hard to tell, to be honest. I think this rail is going through it a little bit, so it's actually a little bit higher. Or we could just lower the rails a little bit. That looks better. I mean, the only problem with coming in at an angle, as you can see, it like sort of slopes this side a little bit more than the other side, but I don't think that's a huge deal. I think I'm okay with that. All right, so then this can come across. This is going to be elevated. It's going to come straight down. I mean, it's kind of going to a hill, so I'm wondering if maybe we just go like this and stay level, but have it on ground. Obviously not all the way along because that looks silly. So what we'll do is we'll just break it there. Then we go back to this road. You know, it's like a tutorial. I'm teaching you how to do it. Or at least I'm teaching you the way I do it. So it goes like that, joins the ground over here. Then this road, I'm going to guess to probably intersect that. Oh, yeah, actually, this will run like perfectly here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it's going to go like this, right? Okay, take off. No, actually, keep snapping on. No, this can be on ground level now. It doesn't need to be elevated anymore. Because here, right? Come straight along. 180 degrees to there. Lovely. That's good. That's good. And then we'll sort of maybe turn here and come down this way. Actually, because I wanted to build special factories here. So maybe we turn this road here into the main road. Because then it'll be alongside the factories. And it's sort of, I guess, semi-parallel to that. It's probably not perfect, but that's okay. None of the city is supposed to be perfect, so I'm not too worried about that. Come up here. Bring that back a little bit. Bring these in. Bring these in. And then this goes here to there. Hey! Oh. Okay, this bump here is probably a little... That's probably a bit much. You'd probably just do this. Hang on. Probably just do this. There you go. Okay, cool. So that's going to go through there now. So that's kind of a main road. I guess the only issue with that is it does have this weird... This whole intersection here, I can tell you, is going to be bad. But, you know... I don't have anything to say to that. So, you know, that's it. But, you know, it's fine. There you go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's bad. That's real bad. Okay, let's maybe do this instead. Yeah, you'd probably do that. You'd probably do that. So I'm going to bring these guys down because they're a little high up now. Bring that guy down to there. Then this one's going to come down a bit further. There you go. Lovely. Right, that's going to go there. Obviously, we've cut off the power, which is not ideal. It's going to have to go like this a little bit. Come across and then go down to there. Okay. Oh, cool. I love how it didn't have a power line there. Or pylon. Lovely. Well, now it does. There you go. Whatever. Cool. All right, so that's there. That's now connected, so people can use this. I'm going to up the speed limit on it. Hopefully encourage more people to use it. We'll go 70 on it, because I think that's probably be appropriate. So that's going to run all the way down there, all the way to 70, which is good. I don't think I changed this road anywhere, did I? I think this is all just... It's like 7... Actually, it is 70 until over the other side, so I think this probably should all be 70 as well. Because it is a big road. It's pretty spacious. Like, the lanes are pretty big on this road, so I'm not too worried about it being 70. So a road that probably would be, given its size, so that'll be fine. Then go a little bit faster around this way now, which is good. And then this road's 80. Okay. So here going to be 80 as well. Like so. Okay. And then this is 60. And then that's... Okay, that makes no sense. This can be 70 as well then. The bridge is also 70, so that can also be 70. Obviously, I changed this all at some point, and then I didn't really fix it. Also, like, all these intersections probably should fix. Yeah. Actually, I mean, this road's probably a little busy to be 70, but, you know, you win some, you lose some, so whatever. Whatever. There you go. Then go a little bit faster through there now. Cool. All right. There's a few people using that. We still need residential, so what I'm going to do... Let's do this. And then, can we just like quickly... See, I said I was going to do this in a time lapse. And I said... Look, I say a lot of things. I think that's what we've learned, is I say a lot of things, some of them, you know, plans change. It's not that I'm lying. Guys, it's not that I'm lying, okay? It's just plans change, and we gotta go with the flow. This grid is becoming very confusing at this point, so I think I'm gonna... I don't mind it. Like, I think it's good. It just needs to make sure we finish it properly. So, like, if it's joining together, I think the road should maybe become a little bit, like, smaller like that, so it sort of, like, filters down a bit, which I think looks pretty good. And then we definitely need a road through here somewhere, because this is just all buildings, which is a bit much. So I think I'm going to come straight through there, straight through there. Okay, so then this all becomes a grid. I think this grid, I like this area because it's all pretty, like, close and all that, which is good, but I think I want to open it up just a smidge. Just a smiggle. Smeagol, if you will. So if we do that, and this comes straight along, then this should... No. Actually, no, you know what? That's fine. Whoops. So that's going to go... Oh, actually, you know what? This is not going to be good either way. I'm going to do that, and then... Okay, this is the last little section I'm going to do. Because I do want to get to the ore industry. I actually do want to do that, so... That's something I want to get to. That's good. I like the look of the grid. You know, I like the look of it. Because it's just interesting. It's a bit different. This one I'm not going to join. This one's going to go there. And then I might get a smaller road. Here. And here. You know, I will join it there though. But I'll probably do some intersection rules on those. And then I'm going to fill out through the rest of this area as well. Oh, actually, that's the other thing we got to fix. Yeah, so you can see a bunch of places aren't getting water. It's not actually that we don't have enough water pumps. I'll show you what the issue is in a second. It's quite funny, actually. We have basically exhausted the ability of this little inlet to get water in quick enough. We can't get enough water in here quick enough that we're removing it. We've essentially, like, we've reversed the flow of this entire area. This used to all flow out, mind you. It used to all flow out. But we're sucking in so much water into this tiny little area that we can't actually keep up with this suckage. So we need to move some of these suck pumps. I'm thinking maybe over here, this little section could be good too. I'm just going to pause. I'm going to move 2 of them over here. We'll move 2. We'll see how we go with just moving these 2. So new suck pump location. Which is the new way to call them, by the way. It's my favorite name for them. Okay, so then we're going to obviously want to power these. I also want to go through the map, and this might be a time-lapse thing as well. And, oh god. This little area is so hilly. I want it to at least somewhat conform to the hills here. Yeah, just do that. And I want to go through the map and sort of change all these weird one-way highways that they did everywhere into proper highways so we can hopefully get a bit more traffic through this area. Oh, that looks better. That looks like we're getting more water in there now, which is good. And then this one should be, hopefully should fill out again in a second as the water sort of updates, which is good. Yeah, we just had to spread it out a bit. It's quite funny that we did that. We're basically ruining the earth. Sorry, I'm destroying the game, as that comment once said. Hey, I think we gotta do a little bit of ore. I know I haven't really zoned that area. So I was looking at this district. It's pretty crap. We're not making money. We're not making enough of our own ore. And that was kind of the issue that I tried to solve last time, but we're still not getting enough. Let me get rid of the crappy ones, because these make more, right? These make 6,600 units. This makes 4,900. It's not that much worse, but I'm going to get rid of them, because there's no point having the crappier ones if we can use the better ones to produce more, which is what we need to do anyway. Also, we really need to upgrade this industry so that we can just make more, like, and get the larger things and stuff and bips and bops and oodles of poodles and all that kind of stuff. There we go. So we got a bunch of them. Yeah, we need it. What do we need to get? We need like 300 workers here. Oh, wait. Wait, now we need 465? Did we level up? Maybe we were only level 1 before. I don't know. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm reading the complete wrong thing. Right here. Yeah, right here. We need 350 workers to be able to level up, which we got a few more by doing that. I think I might... God, we need so much residential. It's actually... It's scary how many people we need. Alright, so let's Hickory District and Olive Square. Well, you know, I feel like Olive Square probably should be this whole side, and Hickory District can be the other one. So all of this. I think most of this can be high density, to be honest. I'm okay with that. It's all going to be low density, not low density, low rise. So smaller buildings, but we just need lots of people. We just need lots of people to move in. Now this little section, We're bleeding money as well. That's the other thing. So we want to try and rectify the city issues as quickly as possible. So all of this can be filled in, which is good. Obviously, I haven't really added any commercial through this area yet, but that's okay. So all that's going to fill in, all of this, all that. So I think this upper area is now becoming sort of a high-density section. With very little public transport, mind you, actually. Where is the public transport? We've got a bus line over here, which is strange. Wait, what is going on with this? Wait, this bus stops there, and then it has to turn left and go around the block to go... Wow, that's bad. That's bad. Okay. Wait, if I put it there, it has to do that. If I put it here, it's fine. Okay, well, I'll put it there then. Why did it have to turn if it's there, but not here? Anyway, where's the subway? Subway's here. Actually, it's not too bad. What we could probably use is a pedestrian bridge to at least get from here to this bridge. Or some easier way to get it over the other side. Because obviously, most of the people are living over this side now. So we got to sort that out. Hey, look, no residential demand. Look at that. We did it. Oh, God. Yeah, I hate these buildings. Hang on. I'm going to get rid of these. I really hate these. I'm going to turn that down to low density because that looks terrible. It looks so bad. It just makes me want to puke. It makes me want to puke with how bad that looks. There we go. Sorry, guys. You're all kicked out. I know it will have less commercial now overall, but it's going to look better. It's going to look better than that. You know what? We got this main road here. Everyone knows how I love zoning my main roads with commercial, so I'm going to do that. There we go. Might as well. Yeah, so I want to do some factory stuff here. So we'll look into that soon. I guess through here, this middle section's pretty good for, like, commercial, I think. Seems like a nice little area to have a commercial precinct. Got all the townhouses around there. Might get some high density through here, too, as well. So we've got the school there. Don't really have any parks around. We could probably add some parks soon. I mean, we have that park there, but through this area. All that can go here. Right, so this should be interesting because we've added a bunch of people to this area. It's building up. You can see where the traffic hotspots are. It's definitely through this area. This whole road is just, like, nightmarish. Which is good. I like that road being bad. You know, I like bad roads because it's kind of crap and it's good. But I think for this area, like I said, I might do a highway connection somewhere for it. Maybe if we can get it here. It doesn't have to be that good. We could just get a road. It's so high up. We'd have to do a loop-to-loop road, our favorite. Which we could do. We could easily do that and have them come down here. Getting back up again, though. I don't think we'll be able to get on the highway because the problem is we've got an interchange right here as well, so it's pretty close to this one. We can definitely do an exit from the region and an entrance, but probably not from our own in that direction. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave this part here, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and have an awesome day.